I have my YouTube, I make money from. That's enough.
Even more money.
I don't want.
You play games.
I hate games.
You hate.
How do I play a game?
For fun.
I don't have time for that. Games. Are you kidding me right now? I play, but my principles are still my principles. Doesn't change. I don't bend rules. Shall we now please?
Wait.
I have to explain. I don't have much time.
I think I ended.
What?
I think it ended.
The lesson
Yeah.
ended.
I think so.
No, let me just finish up. Stop writing, please. We continue with demand for labor. Demand for labor is simply the numbers of workers firms are willing to employ at a given wage rate. That is demand for labor. So demand for labor will take us to what we call the marginal revenue product of labor. The marginal revenue product of labor simply talks about the extra amount of money made when you hire a certain employee. That is the marginal revenue of labor. The extra amount you make in the course of you hiring an employee. What's wrong with you? I'm talking, you're talking.
Yeah.
You don't. While I'm talking, you keep quiet. Marginal revenue of labor simply means what? The extra amount of revenue a firm made in the course of employing an additional worker. That is marginal revenue product of labor. So marginal revenue product of labor is the extra revenue, that's the amount of money you make by hiring one worker. It is calculated as MPL multiplied by amount. The marginal product of labor multiplied by the marginal revenue will give you marginal revenue product of labor.
Could you repeat this?
Yeah, I will. For marginal revenue of labor, marginal revenue product of labor, it simply talks about the additional revenue you make as a firm because you have hired or you have employed additional worker. So the amount of money the worker is going to make for you is the marginal revenue product of labor.
It's profit.
Do you get it? It's not profit, revenue. Revenue is not the same as profit. Revenue and profit only have what we call positive relationship, but they are not the same. If your revenue is increasing, your profit is expected to rise. If your revenue is falling, your profit is expected to fall. But revenue and profit are never going to be the same. So here we're talking about the amount of money we make from employing additional worker. That is marginal revenue product of labor. And to calculate it, it is MPL multiplied by MR. Marginal product of labor multiplied by marginal revenue. Marginal product of labor divided by marginal revenue. Marginal product of labor is the output produced by the worker. That's marginal product of labor. The output produced by the extra worker is marginal product of labor. The marginal revenue is the amount the output was sold. I produced. As an additional worker, I produced. The amount made from what I produced is the marginal revenue. That's what marginal revenue is, the extra amount made from the sales of additional unit of product. So we have what is being produced by the additional worker multiplied by what the value of what is being produced. This is the value of what is being produced. This is the volume produced. Do you get the difference here? Volume multiplied by the value gives us volume multiplied by the value gives us this. The value is what is being produced. The volume is who produced it. Do you understand MPL and MR? MPL, the volume, MR, the value. Is it clear? Great. So the demand for labor can be represented by the marginal product curve. This is the marginal product curve. So demand for labor is always a derived demand, which simply means workers are only employed when their needs are important. So I don't employ someone to come and sit down and get paid. If the school is employing an additional teacher, it simply means that teacher has a work to do here. Nobody would employ someone to come and sit down idle and get paid. That's why demand for labor is a derived demand. We employ workers because there's need for their service. Do you understand the point here? So a firm should, so what are the analysis about marginal products and marginal revenue. The first one is that the firm should continue to hire labor as long as the additional worker adds to revenue than cost. Firms are profit maximizer. That is the point. Firms are what? A profit maximizer. So every now and then, the only thing they want to do is to incur more revenue. They want to make more revenue. So whatever is going to allow them to make more revenue, they do. So one of those things that they could do is to employ more workers. So if employing more workers would increase revenue, firms should do that. Because I told you earlier that there's positive relationship between revenue and profit. And because firms are profit maximizer, they want to increase their the revenue to increase their profit. They are profit maximizer. They would always want to increase their revenue to be able to increase their profit. So if hiring additional workers would increase their revenue, they should do it. In as much as it's not going to increase their cost. Because there's inverse relationship between cost and profit. Cost, profit, revenue. If revenue is increasing, profit increases. If revenue falls, profit falls. That's a positive relationship. But when it comes to cost and profit, they have inverse relationship. If cost is increasing, profit drops. If cost is falling, profit increases. So that's why firms will be able to employ more workers, in as much as they add up to revenue than cost. So I'm going to employ you, you're going to add more revenue to meet that cost. That's the first assumption. Then do you get it? Do you understand or not, please?
Yes.
The second one, the market rate is determined by the marginal revenue product of labor. So we're going to employ worker because we said MRPL is MPL multiplied by MR. So it simply means whatever you can give us will determine what we pay you. The market rate is determined by the marginal revenue product of labor. So we're going to pay you based on what you can give to us. We are profit maximizer. We want to be sure about you making revenue for us.
Is that why football stars get paid in the millions?
Footballers?
Is that why football stars get paid?
No. When it comes to football, we think about skills, special skills.
So it's a niche skill set.
Meanwhile, yes, it could be, because you won't compare, there are some football stars that when they join up a club, the merchandise alone increases revenue.
Yeah.
So whatever the case might be, I got your point. So whatever the case might be, firms will only employ workers if they're going to increase their revenue. If employing them will increase their revenue than cost. That is the first one. The second one is that we're going to employ you based on what you can put on table. Do you understand? So firms will employ you based on the marginal revenue product of labor. So the wage we're going to pay you, your reward will be based on your output. Do you understand the second point here? The third one, the marginal revenue product curve is the firm's demand curve for labor. This is the demand curve for labor. So it is downward slope. The demand curve for labor is what? Downward slope. Which simply means that if wage rate rises, demand for labor will fall. If wage rate reduces, demand for labor increases. Do we get it? If wage rate rises, fewer labor will be employed. Because employing more increases our cost. But if wage rate drops, more demand for labor will what? Increase. Because we are what? A profit maximizing firm. And our profit maximizing level of output is always where our wage rate is what? Reducing. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any question about it?
No.
Thank you.